Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello friends, here I'm going to retell to all of you a story by the title Life of Pi. Let's check this out.
Life of Pi tells the fantastical story of Pi Petal, a 16 years old South Indian boy who survives at the sea with a tiger for 227 days. Pi, born Pisin Molitor Petal, grows up in the South Indian city of Pondicherry, where his father runs the zoo. A precocious and intelligent boy, by the age of 15, Pi is a Hindu from an early age, has also adopted Christianity and Islam, and considers himself a pious devotee to all three religions. Thanks to government upheaval that has long been distressing his father, the Petals decide to close the Pondicherry Zoo and move to Canada when Pi is 16. Pi, his mother, father, and brother Rafi all board the Simsum along with the zoo's animal inhabitants who are on their way to be sold around the world. An unexplained event causes the Simsum to sink, and Pi is the only human to make it onto the lifeboat and survive. Along with Pi, the lifeboat contains a hyena, a zebra, Orange Juice the orangutan, and Richard Parker the tiger. The hyena kills and devours both the zebra and Orange Juice. Before Richard Parker kills the hyena, Pi is left alone on a lifeboat with an adult male tiger. There is no land in sight, and the ocean is shark infested. So Pi builds a raft which he attaches to the lifeboat to keep himself at a safer distance from Richard Parker. Eventually, however, life on the raft proves too exhausting, and Pi realizes that if Richard Parker gets hungry enough, he will swim to it and kill Pi. So Pi decides that he must tame Richard Parker. Using a whistle, seasickness, and a turtle shell child, Pi managed to assert his authority over Richard Parker and delineate his own territory on the lifeboat, where he is comparatively safe from the tiger. While at the sea, Pi and Richard Parker face many challenges, traumas, tragedies, and miraculous occurrences. They never have sufficient food and fresh water, and the constant exposure is highly painful. A zephyr storm, which they miraculously survive, destroys the raft. Pi managed to capture and kill a bird. They are almost crushed by an oil tanker, which then passes by without seeing them. During an especially severe period of starvation, Pi and Richard Parker both go blind. While blind, Pi hears a voice and realizes that they have drowned near another lifeboat that contains a similarly starving and blind Frenchman. Pi and this man converse for a while and bring their boats together. The Frenchman climbs onto Pi's boat and immediately attacks him, planning to kill and eat him. He doesn't realize that there is a tiger on the boat, however, and accidentally steps into Richard Parker's territory. The tiger immediately attacks and kills him. Pi, saved at the cost of his attacker's life, describes this as the beginning of his true moral sufferings. Pi and Richard Parker come upon a weird island that is made of algae with trees protruding from it, teeming with meerkats but no other life. Pi and Richard Parker stay on the island for weeks, eating the algae and the meerkats, growing stronger and bathing in and drinking from the freshwater ponds. They never stay on the island at night. However, Pi, because he feels safer from the tiger in his delineated territory, and Richard Parker for a reason unknown to Pi. P eventually starts to sleep on the island, and while doing so realizes that the island is carnivorous. It emits acid at night that dissolves anything on its surface. Greatly disturbed by this, P and Richard Parker and they leave the island. P and Richard Parker eventually land on the Mexican beach. Richard Parker immediately runs off into the jungle without acknowledging P, which P finds deeply hurtful. P is found, fed, bathed, and taken to the hospital. There, two Japanese men come to question P about what caused the Tim Sum to sink. He tells his story, which they do not believe, so he offers them a more plausible version, with the animal characters replaced by other humans, which cast doubt on the original story. After recovering in Mexico, P went to Canada, where he spent a year finishing high school and then studied religion and zoology at the University of Toronto. At some point, he got married and he now has 2 children. He still thinks of Richard Parker, and he's still hurt by his final desertion. Okay, now the intrinsic elements from life of P. The first is main conflict. Main conflict or problem: P is trapped on the lifeboat with a Bengal tiger with little food and water, caused the ship that P and his zoo animals were on sank, leaving these 2 unlikely acquaintances to share a lifeboat together. The second, them. How brought out in the book, P believed in 3 religions and praying about them on the lifeboat every day helped him get through his troubles. Message them thought we face times of betrayal, believing in something will help you get through all of your troubles. The third is setting. Time the boat sank on July 2nd, 1977. He is on the lifeboat for 227 days. Place, location, Pondicherry, India, and also the Pacific Ocean. Okay, now the fourth is characters. The first character is Pisin Molitor Patel, also known as P. This young man was the son of a zookeeper in India. Pisin grew up in India and was on the way to Canada when both his family and his zoo was on sank. P spent most of this novel on a lifeboat that he shared with a Bengal tiger from his zoo. While he was on the boat, he was dehydrated and starving most of the time. P now resides in Canada with 2 kids and a wife. And the next is Richard Parker. Richard Parker was a Bengal tiger who lived in Pondicherry Zoo in India. He was being shipped to Canada when the zoo owners decided to move. The ship sank and Richard Parker found himself on a lifeboat with P. Patel. He stayed on this boat for 227 days. Richard Parker formed an alliance with P with one condition: the will to survive. They formed a bond on the boat and before in the zoo. When they finally hit land top, Richard Parker walked into the jungle without looking back. Richard Parker probably died not too long after he left, as he was very weak and had been in captivity all of his life. And the next character is Ian Martel. Ian Martel here is the writer of this book. He called up a man named P. Patel, who everyone said had a good story for him. He went to Canada and talked to P to hear his story. Ian wrote this book based on the amazing story that P had to tell. He made a remark in the the context of the book saying, "But any inaccuracies or mistakes are mine," meaning that there is probably a lot of mistakes as he was told the story orally.
Well friends, so we are coming to the end of the story. Thank you for watching my video and also for listening my story. See you in another change. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.